Now let's find our levels. You've got the tabs open that you need. You have your Lexia PowerUp Literacy, and you should have your growth tracker open. If you don't have both of those things open, please make sure that you do so now. You can pause the video and make sure that you have Lexia PowerUp Literacy and your growth tracker open. Now, when I'm looking at my home screen for Lexia PowerUp, you're going to see your total minutes in each level. This is your weekly goal. Now, if you have more minutes, for example, in word study than in grammar, that means that word study might be a little bit of a weaker area for you. So you're going to see that I have a little bit more of a need in word study and comprehension than I do in grammar. The higher you go up in your levels, the lower your weekly minutes will get. Now let's take a look at your progress. I want you to click on your progress tab. What you're going to see here is your activity for last week, this week, and your all-time activity. This is going to show you your streak goals, over here how many levels you have completed, and the amount of time that you've spent in PowerUp today, this week, and then all time. Now, you're going to notice that today I've spent 105 minutes in my Lexia, but I've gone through 0 units. That's because I've spent a lot of time in here just kind of bopping around, not doing much. So in order to actually make growth, we need to spend time in our units. Now let's take a look at where we are for each level. We can find this in 2 separate locations. One being on the My Info page. Now here is my account. I said that I'm in 8th grade. Today, I've done 106 minutes and I've got 0 units. It tells me my levels right here: word study, grammar, and comprehension. I'm at level 6 and level 6 for grammar and level 7 for comprehension. Now let's take a look at what that means on our chart below here. In word study, you can see that I've completed 5 levels. That's where my placement test put me. In grammar, I have completed 5 levels and I am on level 6. And then in comprehension, I have completed 6 levels, and now you can see this little arrow here tells me I am on level 7. Our goal is to continue making growth in each one of these levels as we complete our weekly minutes. Now, it might take you a little bit of time. The more you practice, the higher you're going to go. Now, when we're talking about levels, right here is grade level for word study. We're looking at 11 and 12 for middle school. When we talk about grammar, level 7 is grade level for middle school. And lastly, when we're talking about comprehension, we want to be around level 13, 14, 15, and 16 to be at middle school grade level. So it's okay if you are down here. That just means that that might be a little bit more of an area of need, and you want to continue to make growth to get to that grade level expectation. So now let's fill in our chart. Let's start with word study. You're going to take a look at where you are. I'm at level 5 completed for word study. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels complete, and I am on level 6. So I'm going to click on my tab for my chart. Okay, I'm going to fill in my name, and then I am going to highlight or X the levels that I have completed. So what I'm going to do for word study, again, you saw that I have 5 levels totally complete, and I am on level 6. So I'm only going to fill in what I've completed. I'm going to fill in 5 levels. So I'm going to highlight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to level 5. And I am going to highlight that with whatever color I choose by choosing my highlighting color up top. And let's see, I'm going to choose my favorite color of purple. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try that again. Okay. I'm going to highlight, or actually, I'm not going to highlight. I am going to fill in. I want to make it my background color. So choose the background color. And then I'm going to make it purple. Okay? And then right here, level 6, this is the level I am on. So I'm going to X level 6 because right now I'm on level 6. I'm currently working at that level. Let's do the same thing for the next one. Grammar. I have completed up to level 5 and I'm on level 6. So I'm going to do the same thing for grammar. Fill in up to level 5. I'm going to go to my little bucket here, fill it in with purple, and I'm going to X where I'm at. Lastly, comprehension. When I go to comprehension, I am on level 7, but I've completed up to level 6. So I'm going to fill in all of level 6. And then I am going to X level 7 because that's where I'm at. And because I like uniformity, I'm going to bold my little X for 6. So now if I'm looking at my chart, I can easily see where I'm at, and I'm going to see where I'm going to make growth. Now, again, when we see ourselves maybe in the orange, that means that that is going to be a high area of need for us. That's really going to be one of the ones we want to focus on. When we're in the yellow, that means, well, I'm still working. I'm not quite at grade level. And then when I'm closer to my green level, that means, well, maybe that's an area where I'm stronger. So where do I want to focus? Well, comprehension should be a big focus area for me. Same thing with word study. So when you're thinking about spending your minutes, make sure that you're spending them in those high areas of need. We're going to continue to talk about our goals and our incentives, and we're going to track our progress throughout the year. This is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later, so don't worry about filling in any of that. Your only responsibility for today is to make sure that you have your word study and your grammar and your comprehension chart filled out. Any questions? Let me know. If not, go ahead and begin those instructions. We're going to be moving on to our next slide pretty soon.